If I ever have a dog, guess
No,
what I'm
no.
going to call him?
No, Rooney?
Rooney.
I don't know, but like when I see people like naming their dogs with their favorite fighter, Mike Tyson, or
No,
like,
but all right, Tyson's
or
bullshit.
yeah, I'm
Naming a dog
like-
Tyson is bullshit. But Rooney is quite a cool name for a
wait.
dog.
So what do you mean that Rooney was more badass than Tyson?
No, that everyone calls their dog Tyson, like especially if it's a boxer.
Oh, so you want to
Yeah,
call
yeah.
something different?
No, I Wayne Rooney when he was like really good was my favorite Man United player. My favorite is Eric Cantona. But if I have a dog, and I've never had a dog, if I have a dog, it'll be called Rooney.
I have another soccer player that he's a real dog. Italian. Easy. If you follow soccer, it's easy.
What now? Playing now?
No, like 90s.
Baggio.
Gattuso.
Oh yeah. Fuck, he was a dog.
Bro, this guy, I don't even know.
Yeah.
He probably didn't play. He was not a good soccer player, but he was a dog.
He was a pit bull.
Yes, you can't pass by me, bro. Like,
Yeah, he was
you
great.
You know, I used to play soccer when I was younger.
Did you?
Used to play soccer, and one of my problems was that I was going too hard with the people. I was like, if you don't give me the ball, or you don't pass by me, like
What position were you?
in the middle, how you call it?
If you carried on, you could have played for the Greece national team.
For the Greece, no?
Yeah, because they're that shit.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, I'm being unfair. You guys
Yeah.
did win the championships. What in 2004?
Greek?
Greece. You won.
2004, yes. That was crazy, bro.
Were you in Greece then?
I was in Greece. Everybody was on the street celebrating.
Fuck. Yeah, that.
Did you ever did this thing that we felt in Greece when Greece like won the 2004 cup? Is a lifetime experience because you can never experience the whole nation so much united.
Dude, don't. This is what being English.
No.
We have
I know.
never experienced.
Fuck. That's so. This
And
is,
we just lost the final 3 weeks ago.
No, that is crazy, bro. This is so unfortunate for you guys because you guys have always like you guys have maybe the best like soccer like
Culture.
exactly.
Yeah.
And even players and culture and
But that's
fans,
the joke, though,
everything.
isn't it?
And
We haven't won anything since 1966.
that's it.
One World
That
Cup.
is so crazy. Have you ever felt that with the team though?
If I what?
Yeah, so you're Manchester, so you felt it with the team though.
Yeah.
So you
Just
felt
not.
that like.
Yeah.
But the nation is different, bro. Like you see everybody on the street, doesn't matter like if you like each other or if you don't like, everybody was singing. It was a lifetime experience, I'm telling you.
One
Like
day.
even I remember we were in 16 best teams and we were like, that was so great. Okay, thank you guys. It's finished.
Never again.
No. We thought that it's finished, 16, you know. Went to 8. Oh my God, that was great. But yeah, it's finished. Like we're not gonna, so we were always like say that we're not going to win another game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 8, then went to 4. And everybody was like, yo, what the hell is happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry. Oh, you mean 8 as in the quarterfinals and then the semifinals?
Yeah, we went to
Right,
quarterfinals. Everybody was like, it's finished. Yeah, well, we finished. Like, we're not going to win like
Yeah.
Portugal or like
Yeah.
Spain. And then you go to
kept on winning.
semifinals, and then you're like, wait a second, like what is happening? We win twice Portugal, bro. Cristiano
Yeah, he
Ronaldo,
played.
Figo, and like the best players.
Because it was in Portugal as well.
Huh?
It was in Portugal, the tournament.
Was in Portugal, bro. We win in Portugal like the European Cup, and you know, like I feel in those kind of competitions, it's much more than skills. It is, of course, the skills. It's part of, you know, USA, they won the Olympics in basket because they have a phenomenal team. But a lot of times, it's not only about the skills, it's about the will. And you see that Morocco also, I don't know if you remember, but they went in
the World Cup.
quarters or what? Quarters? Quarterfinals? Like in four, how you say
quarters,
it?
semis.
Dude, that was crazy. Morocco, like they went because of the will and they were pushing. In Croatia also.
Croatia. Yeah, Croatia got to the World Cup final. Well, that's the thing. Like, you need so much luck in a tournament as well. Like, we had luck now, like in the last tournament, like last minute goals. Like, you need, like, luck on your side. But yeah, that grit and that determination of the team. So it's
The
not
team
about
sometimes
tournament
the
football
team
is different.
Clicks, if the team clicks, and I feel like the momentum. If you get that momentum, and it's scary, bro.
Yeah.
You have the momentum. You can I don't know, lose
Yeah,
on
you're right.
any team if they get the momentum.
It is momentum. What is this? The TK, the TK football podcast.
TK soccer. I love soccer, bro. I love it. We grew up with soccer. Like, our life was soccer in Europe. I promise you. Like, I mean, of course. I mean, even my dad was like, every Saturday, we watch Eurosport. You remember Eurosport?
Yeah.
Today we watch Eurosport. We watch Mike Tyson. And because we had only one channel that we would watch fights, and we knew Mike Tyson and the big names. So Saturday was boxing, but the rest of the day it was soccer 100%. Like, our whole life was based on the soccer. I mean, you know that much better than me.
Who's your team? Panathinaikos or
No, my team, bro,
AEK?
is, I gotta say that might go viral, because all of my people from my village will love that. Is Niki Volu. My team from Greece is Niki Volu. So basically, it's the local team from my city, and we used to have a big competition from the same city, the other local team.
Oh yeah.
We used to fight, bro. Like, we used
So
to
that's how you got into boxing?
We used to. I got in boxing because I had to get release my energy somehow, but
Well, before we get into that, because as you know, it's two of us today on the podcast. So the special guest today is going to be you.
TK.
So
What's my full name, by the way? Do you remember?
TK Boxing?
TK Varis.
Tolis.
Apostolis.
Oh, yeah. No, I see. What is it? Apolis.
Apostolis.
Do you know how I know that?
Tell me.
From sending you money on Venmo.
Do I have it Apostolis?
Yeah.
Dude, I have so many things that I need to fix in my life. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But like, do you have that?
So many things you need to fix in your life.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not
mate.
talking about mental part, but I will say that. Okay, I say that public. I don't care. I was looking on the Yelp for the brand today, TK Boxing. And we moved the match location. We moved a couple of months ago, like 6-7 months ago. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I got to change the address of. And the TK Boxing address was still in the old location, like 7 months ago. So people that were still going the old location to buy gloves, and the old location is a fucking jiu-jitsu place now or something like. But you know my point, that we're getting overwhelmed, but like so many informations, you forget the important things. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
Dude,
like,
I don't want to move house because you have to change fucking everything. Driver's license, bills, everything. So I'm just going to stay put where I am for the rest of my life so I don't have to change my address.
Well, also your rent's not going to go up like
Hopefully my
crazy.
rent's not going to go up as well.
Do you have a rent control?
I think so. Hasn't gone up. It's gone up once in the last 3 years, slightly. He hasn't gone up this year.
It's not bad.
Maybe he's forgotten. I think it is slightly rent controlled. But yeah, fuck that. How's it going?
You guys fight a lot on the streets, right?
What, in England?
Yeah. Is it real that you guys arrange, like, okay, so Saturday this time we go in this park, we just
The football hooligans used to.
not anymore?
It happens like
Not very often.
not very often anymore because you just can't get away with it anymore. But they used to like you've seen the movies, like the football hooligan, English football hooligan movies, like Green Street Hooligans. That was okay. That's Elijah Wood, so it's, yeah. But like Football Factory, and there's a couple of others, but they're like some really cool kind of hooligan films. But they actually, would organize before the game or after the game to meet on a street and just have a brawl. So there'd be like 50 guys who would all go to the pubs beforehand, get drunk, and they'd meet in a specific location and just have a fight. And then they would kind of like, stop, kind of shake
That's
hands,
it, bye.
and that's it, yeah. So it's normally like the traveling fans, if you're
Was
gonna,
it like bare hand or?
it would be, no, it wouldn't
never
get
know.
like, obviously it would get bad, but it would, and I'm not, talking from experience, but you wouldn't bring weapons. Like there
You
might be
wouldn't,
some
but
bottles
you
or stuff.
you don't know also.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
mean,
know.
when a guy's drunk, they're
you
they're
don't
drunk.
know.
But I think the kind of rules where it's just fists on a street, quick fight, and then to the football.
Was the biggest boxer name Ricky Hatton in England? Like so, but you know what? Let me say that in a way of that people were passionate also.
For the fans, yes.
Yeah, because I feel like Lennox Lewis probably was the biggest name, but for the fans, he was representing like UK 100%, right?
Lewis was big in the sense of like, our best boxer, but he was actually like Canadian. He went to the Olympics.
For Canada?
For Canada.
Oh, what?
And then he changed allegiance to,
But this he grew up where? In Canada?
grew up in Canada.
Oh, so he,
I'm not sure the backstory.
oh.
I'm not sure like his like full heritage or like he had a British parent or
Oh,
what.
I
but-
didn't even know that. That's very interesting. Okay.
But no, so anyway, to answer your question, he was big, but the biggest fighter in regards to like a following was Ricky Hatton.
Ricky Hatton.
Because he had all the football fans.
They loved him
He was
so
a
much.
Manchester City fan, Ricky Hatton. So he took like all those fans.
Oh,
over.
wow.
They would have like 20,000 in Vegas.
You know where?
In Vegas, they'd get like 20,000
That is insane, bro.
Manx.
No, but I love him. I love him so much. He's so passionate and like even that, like he had. I feel like when you have like a lot of downfalls in your life, your story gets bigger. Like
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Well, but Hatton was like, he used to go drinking. Like between fights, he would just live in the pub and he would get big and fat. And then that's why he was like, they were so concerned about his career, the longevity of his career, because he kept ballooning between fights.
Up and down.
Yeah.
Did he stop right after? Who was his last fight, Floyd or Pacquiao, that he got retired?
No, he did. Pacquiao was not his last fight because he did a comeback fight. He fought either a Russian or a Ukrainian, like I can't remember the name, but he like 3 years later he did a comeback fight and lost, and then he retired.
He was going a lot of ups and downs. Though.
Yeah, that was the thing. He used to drink between. He was just like he'd go out with his
He
fans.
looks good now, though. He looks like.
Yeah. Now he's got back into shape.
Do you know the greatest entrance in Liverpool? Not boxing.
What, You'll Never Walk Alone?
With
What's the song?
Who?
Paddy the Baddy.
Darren Till.
Oh, Darren Till.
I don't like Paddy, to be honest.
No?
Like, I don't know. It's something.
I haven't seen Darren Till's
You haven't seen it?
entrance. I don't really
Entrance?
I don't watch a lot of UFC. I
Yeah,
watch it
but
when
this
it's on.
is not
but-
about UFC. This is like the whole stadium was singing like, and Darren Till he's a very passionate kid also. So when they were having him as the next prospect in UFC, right? They were trying to push him, and he walked with I'm sorry, what's the name of the song?
You'll Never Walk Alone.
You Will Never Walk Alone. The whole stadium was like screaming, bro.
Was it in Liverpool?
Yeah, that was insane. He fought the American guy.
Did he win?
He win, yeah.
All right, good. Yeah, Liverpool's got good fans. I mean, I can't stand Liverpool Football Club, but
You can stand why.
because they're like our
Accent.
rivals. They're like literally
Rival?
next door. Yeah, it's like the biggest rivalry in English football.
The rivals are so fabricated, bro.
How do you mean?
No, they're fabricated.
Fabricated?
Bro, in my city, in my fucking like town, we are 100,000 people, and we fighting with the 50 other thousand people, and we drink coffee in the same coffee places.
Well,
and we
that's-
just eat the same, and then we just keep like fight each other and like.
Same town. That's weird though. Like fighting people in the same town when there's two clubs in one. But there are often two clubs in one city.
Well, Chelsea is with who?
Chelsea's it's London. It's got like 7 other clubs.
Uh-huh.
But like if you go Rome,
What about Manchester City and Manchester United?
yeah. So they've got both clubs. But Manchester City was so shit for so long. Like we don't care about them.
Okay.
They don't really have the history.
I see.
So they're irrelevant, but Liverpool have the history, like sporting history. So us and them are like neck and neck with like who's won the most titles.
I see. Dude,
So that's why you have
we are like 30 minutes talking about soccer. I told you, like I am a big fan of soccer. You know who else is big fan? I mean, there is a lot of like boxing players, but Khabib from UFC, he's a big fan of soccer.
Is he?
Actually, somebody asked Canelo. He said, and a reporter asked Canelo, who is the biggest name, the most popular name on your phone? He said Cristiano Ronaldo. I just called him like last week to wish him happy birthday.
Shit, well, we could do with more listeners. So let's just attract soccer fans, UFC fans. We'll just,
listen, as long as we have points and like we know what we're talking about, why not?
we'll
like,
just be a sports podcast,
yeah.
the TK Sports Podcast.
We just keep the small talk.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Crawford last week.
How
Crawford,
was your
Pitbull, my experience.
yes in the stadium? Everyone, Tolis went to the stadium.
All right, so
I didn't. I watched at home.
I was in the stadium. He was very impressed. The whole experience was very nice. They had Eminem also.
I saw. So what did you think of the event itself?
I think.
What time did you get there?
I think we're. You know what, bro? I got my ticket ready to go, and it was a glitch. I stayed there for 45 minutes outside. So I barely saw the fight of Jared Anderson. When I went inside in the stadium, I see Anderson going down. Everybody was screaming like, "Oh!"
Shit.
I'm like, "What happened?" And I see Anderson like he was on the floor. He got up. That was the first knockdown, and then I showed the second knockdown. I don't have much to say about the fight because I didn't really watch it. But what it looks to me is that everybody underestimate the other, his opponent, Bakole.
Mate, Bakole is a monster.
Well, in the heavyweight,
but no one knows. But he's like been under the radar for so long. He's not getting the fights because he's such a he's the bogeyman. Like
you know who else was like that, right? Luis Ortiz, the Cuban guy.
Yeah.
Everybody will start fighting him after 36 years old and up.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what they're doing with
Bakole. He's not selling, probably.
Doesn't sell, but he will now.
Dude, like he makes Jared Anderson like a small guy.
That was like the worst matchmaking though for Jared Anderson. Like if I don't know who did that matchmaking, but like I respect Jared Anderson for taking that fight, but
They didn't know probably. Yeah, but Bakole, he went down in a fight with, I'm trying to remember the name.
Michael Hunter.
Yes, he went down with Hunter.
But he's well, that's the thing with Bakole. There's not a lot to go by, but if you don't put Jared Anderson, a 24, 23, in with a veteran heavyweight, unless you know that veteran heavyweight has lost the last 3 fights. You don't put him in with someone who's like who has a reputation of being.
I agree. I think the problem is that he didn't want to box. He went like, "Oh, I'm stronger than you. I'm younger than you," and he didn't got what he was expecting. Sometimes you have to be smart. You don't win every fight with power.
Yeah,
you gotta be smart. You gotta outbox the opponent. And I think he got furious because it was the first time. It was the first time that he went down, I guess, his career. Second, it's a big prospect. Everybody was expecting from him a lot of things, and he was just, going to go with the power, but it doesn't work like that.
That's the thing. When he went down the first time,
He looked like it's not gonna go too well for him.
no. But that's like I mean, the commentators were saying he has to use his skills. He can't stand still. He has to keep moving the whole time. And I think he tried, but
He was already like,
it was. Or I mean, and that's when Bacoli wasn't just. He showed that he's not just an old heavyweight. He's actually a good
boxer.
Yeah. So and he's been waiting so long. Bacoli and his trainer, they train out of Scotland. He's got a Scottish trainer, so he actually fights out of Scotland.
Oh, wow.
Even though he's from the Congo. But he has a point to prove. He's been waiting so long for that stage, and now he took it. So to put
Good for
Anderson,
him. I'm happy for him. He looks like a nice guy.
yeah, he is. Yeah, and Anderson will come again. Like the fact that it got stopped, he didn't get like knocked out cold.
Oh, yeah, of course. He will come back. He's young, of course. Maybe that was a good thing for him to happen because now he's like, okay, we got to step up, you know.
Yeah. And he took it well. Like, you know, I felt for him because
Who do you think Bacoli is going to be a good matchup for him?
Zhang.
I think the same thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good matchup. Heavy guy, strong guy.
Just two big
Bangers,
old men
Oh, shit.
swinging.
That's going to be a good one. Yeah.
But I think, Anderson will come again. The unfortunate thing is that he's like meant to be America's next big star.
Who?
Anderson was.
I mean, he still is the next prospect, right? But it was a wake applause for him. It's okay. I mean, you know, a loss doesn't stop your career, and it wasn't like a huge knockout.
Yeah.
It was okay.
All right, so you took 45 minutes to get into the stadium. Did you have a fake ticket?
Not this time.
Because you were trying to sell me one at some point.
I got a real ticket this time.
Okay, so you managed to
I
worm
was
your
a
way
fight,
in.
and then
So you got in there for the Anderson fight.
and then next fight was Andy Ruiz with Miller,
Yeah.
big baby, and it was okay. The fight. I mean, the guys were big, right? Both of them. I mean, actually, I was surprised because Miller was boxing pretty nice, and I was expecting to see the opposite. I was expecting like Andy Ruiz to push a little bit more. Miller looked very nice. Andy Ruiz looked out of shape completely. I thought that after the fifth round, in the fifth round, I was like, how is he going to go 12 rounds? Like, if they're going to go 12 rounds. Like,
He started off really well.
he was
And
tired,
then-
bro.
and then just
Like,
went-
I like Andy Ruiz a lot, right, as a fighter. But he looked so much out of shape. I was like, bro, like, I don't know how this fight's going to go 12 rounds. And they were going back and forth. I believe that Miller won, to be honest. But you know what I like about Miller, that he wasn't like trying to be mean. No, he's like, I think I won. It is what it is. You know.
Well, he can't, like, after everything that he's been through, he now has to be a nice guy. You know what I
Been
mean?
through, you mean like I know, because I had the wrong impression from him, and now
After his drug,
he did some shit. Oh, okay,
because it's come full circle. It's funny
okay.
because Ruiz replaced him for the Anthony Joshua fight because he failed the drugs test.
No way.
Yes, so that's
Wow.
why. Yeah, so he's served his time, and he's now. It's a redemption story. So he's now, you know, being nice and showing. You guys got character and, like, you know.
Well, if he
People
wasn't a character, maybe he wouldn't go so far.
Well, exactly. He's
a good boxer also.
He
but-
sells, and he's a fucking massive lump.
Yeah, he's big.
So, like, he's gonna play the nice guy, I think, because
Well, you know what? I think he was playing the bad guy, because you can't play nice guy. You have to be a nice guy in order to show that personality. You know what I mean? So finally now maybe he's like, I'm not going to play this game anymore.
maybe it's real.
Yeah, it is what
Yeah.
it is. Like, if you don't want to give me the fight that I want, whatever. Let's move on.
yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Andy Ruiz, he had a big injury in
his hand.
his hand, but I don't believe that that's the reason. Like, he gassed out, bro, after the round 5.
But he's been out for like 2 years.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't come like that, bro. Like, let's be honest. You know what I mean? You gotta come in a good shape. But
Yeah, you
we know
gotta-
he's a big guy. He won Anthony Joshua as a big guy. That's who he is. He's not gonna change. He's a good fighter, strong guy.
Well, I think Ruiz will. See, Ruiz is like.
Bro, he got so much fame. I'm sorry to interrupt you. He got so much fame after those Joshua fights that I feel like he kind of was like, bro, I achieved everything I wanted to do. You know what I mean? For him, do you know the story? I don't know if that's accurate, but I think Andy Ruiz got the fight with Joshua because he learned that Miller dropped of that fight, and he DM Eddie Hearn.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
hey, I'm available. Put me. I'm ready.
Yeah, that's true.
And somehow Eddie Hearn showed the message. He's like, okay, just put this guy just to get it done. And
Yeah, and like
his life changed.
a few weeks' notice.
His life changed in like what?
Yeah, because he became a Mexican heavyweight champion.
It's crazy.
And then
He a hero.
Yeah, so fair enough. Like, so would I. I would milk it. But then he obviously lost the rematch. But the whole point is that he keeps telling people, like, oh no, I've learned my lesson. I'm coming back. I'm going to train properly. I'm back. And it didn't really show that he was back.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
again, he didn't.
All right, let's move on. So we got next fight was Pitbull with Rayo. Did you watch that?
Yeah, Pitbull did his thing. Rayo, what's his full name? I can't remember his name. But he won.
Rayo won.
Yes.
I was there, and actually I was very, very impressed with the fans, to be honest. Because everybody was booing Rayo so much.
That was bullshit, though.
I know, everybody was booing Rayo. First of all, Rayo is a very proud Mexican. So you have two Mexicans in the ring, and you're booing one of them.
Yeah.
He got out with a flag, like,
But
proud.
was that,
like,
were they booing
from Sinaloa.
because of him?
Bro, no, because they love Pitbull so much. Because Pitbull is like puro Mexico.
Okay.
He's like from the hoods in Mexico. You know what I mean? So they love Pitbull so much. They probably didn't even know that Rayo is Mexican. So they were booing Rayo. I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, he's Mexican and he's still very like passionate about his country. Anyways, but I think that they just love Pitbull so much.
Yeah, his style.
And his style, his personality, and everything. And even in the fight, what I saw in the fight is that Pitbull was trying, but Rayo was keep outboxing him the whole fight. He was moving very nice on the right. He was keep moving on the right, and Pitbull, when he was throwing the right hand, he was keep like punching in the air, and he got some good punches. Rayo, he got clipped with some good punches. He took it very well. And he just stick in the game plan, and he won the game. Everybody was booing, like.
Well, I think that's why they were booing, though,
I'm
wasn't
like,
it? Because
bro,
he like kind of turned it into a bit of a boring fight. But
Be smart, yeah, of course.
it was good. What else is he meant to do?
No, absolutely, bro, absolutely. Actually, I really enjoyed that. But I thought it was very unfair. It is what I don't even think that he cares, Rayo. But it was very unfair that everybody was booing him.
And who was the next one?
Next, we got Crawford with Madrimov.
Wait, no. Next, you had Eminem.
Eminem. Oh, that was Eminem. You know what? The people, whoever was there, at least what I felt is that nobody got really boring because there were a lot of things going on. But everybody was saying in the TV that got too long.
Oh my God, mate! I was sitting at home. See, I watched it from like.
Everybody was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, I was chilling at home. I watched it from probably like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then the main event was like 10:30.
Where were you?
At home.
England?
No, here. I was just watching it at home.
What you say, 3-4 or 3-4 hours?
3-4 p.m. It started.
Oh,
Like
you
the
watched early.
undercard.
Oh, you watched it early.
Yeah. So, but the card was so long. Like the entertainment. Like Eminem was okay, fine, but he played like 5 songs and it
New
was just
songs. Nobody knew them.
Yeah, new songs, and then his old songs, and then they had. Now this is the biggest thing. Like my biggest gripe with the whole night was then they did the presentations to Turkish, His Excellency that everyone refers to him as. But they inducted him into the like Nevada Hall of Fame.
Who?
Turkish.
Already?
Already. And then
Of course they will. I would
after like
too.
1 year,
Of course they will.
there was just people falling over themselves to like thank him. It was like Nirvana and Oscar De La Hoya was there, Eddie Hearn was there, Bob, everyone was there just like trying to
pretend
yeah.
that it was so...
And then they did this
It
like
looked a little bit awkward from
Yeah.
there. It looked a little bit awkward.
It was-
Like
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
was
yeah.
in the ring, but everybody was like, what, all right, whatever. We just have to do that. But
just bow down. And then they did this like presentation to a ticket winner. Like
that was so
they
awkward.
did the car, like ticket seat number 200, and they did this whole reveal. And there was just this dude who like walked down to collect his check, and like
It was so awkward.
it was
I know.
so
stupid.
awkward. It was like you were
I
doing,
know, for real. Like they had the dude like walking there to pick up the check, and like everybody was like, "Come on, bro, just."
and the guy was like didn't give a fuck.
I know, right? He looks like
He was like-
exactly now that I remember. He looks like okay, cool.
He was like, yeah, where are my car keys? The Turkish was like having a picture with him. And the guy was like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh my dude! You know what? You don't see these things so good when you are there, but from the TV, probably it looked like so perfect. Like the guy was okay. Yeah, but I remember he was walking, wasn't even excited. He was like,
No. even the commentators were like, is that the right guy? Like, he could at least smile.
"No way, dude!
But,
This is so funny."
So that's the point. Like the whole thing was like, I love what they're trying to do, but if I was
trying to put a lot of entertainment, I guess.
They are, but
even
it's-
trying to bring Eminem now is a big thing already.
I mean, but even that, it's like, okay, you're getting Eminem, a big star, but it's not that cool. Like it's been done.
But they do the same in Saudi, right? Takes like so long. I
Well,
remember.
that's why it's like they're not that. The events aren't that cool. Like,
Yeah, but it's gonna stop. I think it's gonna stop. Like when they realize that people they are like, okay, we have things to do. Like go straight to the fight. Like we don't want to see the guy walking to pick up the keys of the car for like 30
Yeah.
minutes. You know what I mean? Not even be excited and like everybody was. I mean, you have fucking like Roberto Duran in the ring. He didn't even know what to do.
Yeah, he was there.
I'm like, dude, you have all the legends in the ring, and everybody was super awkward. Anyway, so let's get in the fight.
Crawford.
Crawford, Madrimov. They might hate me. I might be the most casual fan. In the 8th round, I left the stadium.
Did you?
I didn't told you.
No.
Round 8, I was like, fuck that, I'm out.
What?
I felt it was a very boring fight. I felt like both of them, they were like trying to hold back up a little bit and trying to time. I mean, Crawford was trying to time it. Madrimov, with a jab up and down, was trying to like be a little bit more Soviet style, trying to get into Crawford. But I see no exchanges. Round 8. Round 7, I said, I'm going to give you one more round. I'm not going to get all the traffic from all of these people. I'm going to give you one more round. If you don't do nothing in the 8th round, I'm out. Round 8, same thing. I'm like, all right, I'm out. I saved my life a lot of time on the traffic there. And of what I realized, nothing really crazy happened like in the rest of the fight.
That's big, man. That's funny.
And
Did you need the toilet?
yes, but it was an emergency. It was it was a good fight. I can wait.
You had a few more rounds in you.
No,
Yeah.
but I thought that none of the guys was. I understand both of them. Like Madrimov didn't want to get knocked out. Was lifetime opportunity. Crawford also, first time 154 pounds. He probably felt like the other guy had some power. But was that exciting? It wasn't. Am I casual? I'm not. I just want to see the exchanges. You know what I mean? Now, like some people, they're like, yeah, but that was the beauty of the sport, the science. Yeah, I like the science, but I like a little bit more, a little bit more action. Did you told me that? Who told me that? Sheed told me that.
What's that?
Sheed was a guest that we have the previous time. We love Sheed. He told me, he's like, Crawford, after the performance of the last performance with Errol Spence, the expectations that everybody has are crazy. maybe I am one of them now. I'm like, bro, like, it's not like he didn't fought well, right? He fought the smart game. He won the fight. I still feel like he won the fight. People saying that he didn't. I feel like he won the fight. But the expectations after a fight like Errol Spence are crazy high. I can take that.
Well, you know what? I don't disagree with you. Like, I'm surprised you left just because of the event, but you're not wrong. Like, it was a boring fight, but and this is actually why I was quite glad I wasn't there, because before I was like, oh fuck, should I have gone? Like, it's in LA, the whole event. But then during the fight, I was like, oh, actually, I'm glad I didn't go, because this is really interesting to watch on TV, not necessarily be there, because it was so technical. Like, I could just...
Basically, you understand that even if you are there, you're not watching it live. You're watching from the TV.
Exactly.
Unless if you are in the first row, like, you still have to watch it from the TV.
Yeah, so I think it's worse that type of fight is worse to be there. At least I could...
If you want to see details, absolutely.
Yeah, the comfort of my own place, chilling.
See the replays and
see the replays, listen to the commentators, because the commentators were talking about how, like, what's his name? Sean Porter.
Sometimes not good listening to the commentators.
No, you're right. But because the crowd were booing early on because nothing was happening. But, like, the commentators were trying to say, but this is a really good fight technically, even if it's not entertaining.
Bro, they were not throwing punches. For me, I'm sorry, but, like, if you are 8 rounds, you threw, like, 100 punches max in the whole fight. Like, that's... I'm not taking nothing. Fucking great fighters, both of them, right?
Yeah.
But you want to see it'll be action.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
Now, should they have leave? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. with LA traffic.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was like, for me, it was this. Even if you give me the best 4 rounds of boxing ever, that's not gonna happen. I can tell. I already lost 8 rounds. Like, nothing really happened. So.
All right. Well, I've got a confession to make. I went to see Man United v Arsenal a couple of weeks ago in pre-season at SoFi, and I left after like 70 minutes, purely to miss fucking traffic. And also with pre-season, nothing really was happening. They changed the teams. Dude, I was on the way here, and next to a woman in the car next to me, and she's eating a salad whilst driving her car with a fork, holding a bowl. At the traffic light, eating.
How she was driving?
As she was driving, just waiting at the light, eating, and then just drove off. I'm like, that's LA. That's why we leave events early, because we're going to get stuck behind.
You know what's the funniest thing, bro? How is when you boo somebody? Beep.
You boo them.
No,
you beep.
beep. How you say that?
You hoot.
How?
Beep. You say it like that.
Sometimes you have people like beep.
Yeah.
And they come next to me. I'm turning. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
And you see like a person not even turning, like straight there.
I went left.
I'm like,
mate,
mother.
the double
if you want to beat this guy, just turn your fucking head.
Yeah.
Like, don't just fucking stay straight. Like, nothing happened, bro.
I turned left at a light, and I swear to God, I did nothing wrong. But I turned left at the light and then was in traffic, and this car next to me pulled up, and the guy wound down his window and starts like shouting at me. I'm like, huh? And I look, and there's a passenger in the back seat of his car, and I see there's Uber sign, and it's this Uber driver driving someone passenger.
No way.
Who just wound down his window and shouted at me. I was like, what the fuck? Carry on, like, drop off your passenger. Like, carry on. Like, this place is fucking nuts.
Wow, that's crazy.
Anyway, we're talking about traffic now.
How long we are? Oh, that's
Sorry,
it.
Ethan.
Oh, that's good.
How are you, Ethan?
It's good.
Thumbs up.
We spoke for soccer 35 minutes.
So, all right. So Crawford was
Crawford
so.
I wasn't impressed.
No.
Now, like, I know he will give us a good fight in the future again, like he always does. But I will say this though. These kind of guys like Madrimov are very complicated. You see, he was never standing there, up and down, using the jab. Like, that Soviet style is very confusing. So Crawford was like let me hold
Yeah.
my ground.
Yeah.
Let me wait, and when I have the opportunity, I will counter him. But he wasn't trying to do any mistake. You know what I mean?
And he's only had like 10 fights, Majimov.
Now, if Crawford fights Canelo, I don't know about that in 168. Again, I had a small argument with Cheat. He said that no, I don't think Canelo's going to win, or he's going to win easy. But I don't know about that.
Okay, well,
Canelo Berlanga. Have you seen anything of this? You said you are disappointed. Why?
no, I'm just.
Do you have any more beer?
No,
That's it?
that's it.
Close that shit.
Yeah, finish. No, Canelo on board with it. Like, he's gonna have the fight. We spoke, like we said, it is what it is. I'm more interested in now Turkish having an argument with
The beef.
Canelo, the big beef, because now you have a guy who has taken over boxing and being quite professional with everyone and like paying and making the fights. Now someone is disagreeing with him.
Who is someone?
Canelo.
It's not someone. It's Canelo.
Right, you're right. It's now, the
now-
biggest star is now disagreeing with him. He is Turkish, has now made it personal. Like
Looks
now
like-
it's a dictatorship. It's
It
like,
looks
oh,
like
if you disagree
it
with
looks,
me, then
you
you're
know
out.
what it looks to me, bro? It looks to me that
Like Dana White.
nah, it looks like a little girl that he doesn't take what he wants.
I know, and
Doesn't
that's
take what
like
he wants, and now
so
like,
disappointing.
oh yeah, but you don't take. No,
He
I'm
should stay
sorry,
neutral.
Turkish, but you gotta take a step back. And
Yeah.
he's running boxing like for the last decade, and he's been around for. You just came in the boxing.
Yeah,
we know
exactly.
that you have the money, you have the bag, but you can't say Canelo what to do.
Yeah, now he's acting like a dictator, like a diva. Like, oh, if you're not gonna,
He does act like a diva, and that's actually kind of scary because already everybody shake hands with him.
Yeah,
That
so
okay,
if-
we do business.
you can't disagree with him now.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're out of boxing.
Yeah, now you do business already.
And that's like, as much as the UFC get it right in certain things, if Dana White doesn't like you, you're not fighting. And I don't think that's healthy in any sport. If your personal relationship.
You're right,
with
though.
someone-
It's about. It looks like it's happening the same. Like if you don't do what he's saying, basically you out.
Yeah.
But Canelo now is at the point that he is by the end of his career. He doesn't care about any Turkish. He doesn't care about the money that he will give him. Of course, the money rolling will be big, but he doesn't let anybody determine his career because he will do what, 2-3 more fights max, maybe.
Yeah.
And he's like, who cares about you, bro? And he's even having fun with him now. He doesn't, he doesn't take him personal.
Yeah.
And maybe he's not gonna make the fights that he wants just to argue with him. Yeah, but I get your point that it looks like if you don't do what he's saying, he's getting mad and he's like, oh, you got to do what I say.
Yeah, he's getting like Donald Trump, like fucking tweets. He's like tweeting people, like firing them out.
I don't want to go into politics, but I was listening before Donald Trump. He got mad with Joe Rogan. You see that?
Because Joe Rogan said something about Kennedy.
Yes, he said
yeah,
something
yeah,
good
yeah.
about Kennedy, and he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that, all of you guys, all of the other guys, they messed up. He didn't say any names, or he didn't, I mean, I like Joe Rogan. I like all of them.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, we're not doing politics.
We're not doing politics. Yeah, but anyways.
But the point is, when people start getting personal,
Yes,
and
everybody
sending
reacts. Everybody
messages.
reacts. And then Donald Trump, he said, "Oh yeah, but I'm like, even if you are Donald Trump, you gotta hold your emotions back."
Yeah, what happened to just common professional?
You know who is another person
decency?
like that?
Who's that?
Me.
yeah, you are. Actually, that's true.
I work on myself. I try to get much better in that, but I still find times in my life when I'm pissed off. I'm like another animal. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
what are you
we know about
saying? I'm like, Tolis, shut up. What are you saying?
It's all right. Direct is good though. I'm learning to be more direct.
Direct?
Yeah, instead of like going the long way around.
No. Direct, but in
Diplomatic.
healthy manners.
Yes.
Because when I'm getting mad, like I can say bad
You can
things.
say the wrong thing.
I can say bad things. Yeah.
We were meant to talk about you.
My boxing career.
Are we gonna have to save that for another time? How long have we been going, Ethan?
That's fine. Yeah,
Fuck. I feel bad now.
We didn't say anything. It's fine.
No, we didn't talk about your life story, Tolis.
It's fine.
It's all right. You know what? We're going to have 3,000 more episodes.
I like that. What can we talk though?
We've plenty of time. Well, we should probably wrap it up. We've got another guest tomorrow.
Okay, you know what? You're right. We didn't talk about my story, so we don't have to start now because it's gonna
Yeah, but then we'll be
take
another
long.
45
But we can
minutes.
cover a little bit, like 15 more minutes with Olympics.
Olympics is
Let's
what
close
meant
with
to talk about.
Olympics.
Yes. All right. Well, apologies. Next week you'll get the Tolis Keivani's story. I promise.
Listen, brother, I will be honest with you. Ethan, are you ready for that?
Your honesty.
Every week is Tolis.
He's just been planting
Every week
little
is
nuggets
Tolis
of his life story throughout.
Time and story.
All right.
That sounds sexy.
Ethan's definitely coming back next week.
So don't worry about that.
Oh.
We can talk for something else. Let's talk a little bit about Olympics. Okay, so I want to say something very, very public. 2 weeks ago when Imani...
Did you turn the AC off?
No, bro, I didn't even touch it.
It's got hot in here. Okay.
2 weeks ago when I learned the news about Imane Khalif, what's her name? The
I just
Algerian.
remember we're not talking politics, by the way.
That's not politics, bro. That's
Talking Olympics,
things
though.
that happen.
Yeah, fair enough. Go on.
I start posting a lot of things on my, not a lot, but I made some statements on my page because I felt like we have a very good, solid following, and I felt how you say that? I felt like I have to say what I believe, because a lot of times we are holding things. So I was like, no, I gotta make a statement. So I said that she shouldn't, he, she, whatever it looks like, she's a female, shouldn't fight. It's not fair. And then we had all of these things going on, like the misinformation. I don't even know if I should apologize because I don't know what is the truth in the situation. In my opinion, I still believe that, unfortunately, this person shouldn't fight with females because it's different from every other female, but it's not her fault also. That's what I felt very bad about. I will apologize to her. Probably she doesn't care. She's suing Elon Musk now, so she doesn't need my money. You know
Musk.
that?
No.
She's suing Elon Musk because Elon Musk made the statement that he shouldn't fight females. So she's suing Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah, I do know that. Yeah. Yeah, good. Cyberbullying.
Yeah, but you know what though? Like, it was not her fault. Whatever happens, like, it was not her fault. Anyways, that was about her. I apologize personally to her.
What did you think of like the general Olympics, like boxing standards and the new point system?
Okay, so I feel like it's very sad that the USA team doesn't have any Olympic gold medalists because of the
organization is such a shit show.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the organization. I had certain points, and some of the points are that I feel like they turning pros too early. Some very good prospects that they can have a future in the Olympics. For example, there is this kid, Carmel Moton. He's 17 years old, fighting already in pros. There are like 2-3 other kids, like they probably can do great in the Olympics, and they turn in pros. Now I understand that they don't want to burn them into the Olympics, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they should turn them pro so early, or do you think they should compete in the Olympics? And
I think that they're.
I'm so sorry. I gotta say the last thing. There is another thing though that countries like Russia, like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, for them it's a pride to win an Olympic medal. For Americans, it's okay. They care more about being a world champion. I get that, of course. But for those countries that they dominate for many, many years, Cuba, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Russia, for them is that. If you ask guys like Usyk or Lomachenko when they're 18 years old, I believe, what you want to do? You want to be a world champion or you want to be Olympic gold medalist? They're like the whole story, the whole background, their teams, they were trying to teach them that the Olympic gold medal is most important.
Well, I think it's down to opportunity, isn't it? It's their opportunity is the Olympics and that exposure that it gives you. Like in America, it's a lot easier. That carrot of money and professionalism is dangled right in front of you. Whereas that kind of Eastern Bloc history is no one really takes any notice of the boxers there unless they win the Olympics and then go pro. So, and also, you know, their organization there of like finding fighters and training them, like the Lomachenkos and the Usyks, is really good. But I think
maybe it's the style also. It's a very different style. You
Yeah.
have to remember that Americans are very focused. I would say they are very focused on the power. You know what I mean? But in the Olympics, it's not about power so much. It's about like taking points and move, punch and move.
Well, that's the
punch
thing.
and
Now
move.
that I didn't watch an awful lot of the boxing, but they've changed the point system. So it's now even the Cuban fighters who were so good at that style of fighting, the Olympic style.
It's automate. You remember?
Yeah, it's not automated anymore.
It's not. I think it is now.
Is it?
I think that's what they changed. They used to have.
No, it used to be the points.
they used to.
automated. Now it's the 5 judges.
Oh, we gotta be better in this. We gotta get more information.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure like they've taken away the automated system. But anyway, this is the point. Like the American team have so much talent. Like you should be able to have fighters that go professional and still have fighters who can go into the Olympics
And dominate
dominate.
the Olympics. But it's not like they don't dominate. They do nothing. It's so sad,
Then
right?
it's training. Like it's in Great Britain they have the Olympic Training Center, which is like a specific coach who was the coach of Anthony Joshua when he started because he was in the Olympics, and like Carl Froch. They have a training center in Sheffield, which is all geared to the Olympics. And this Olympics, I think we only got 1 medal, so it was actually a bad one for us. But normally, like everything's geared around those 4 years, and it's like a great training center. I don't know if America has that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they have it. I just believe that, they probably have to change certain things, like might be the style, might be also how you pick up a fighter who's better. You remember the previous time we were talking,
Yeah.
we're having the same conversation that not always whoever is capable goes to the Olympics, but whoever is a favorite and whoever want to put there. So it's not about always who is the best.
So that's also like the don't like to use the word corrupt, but close. I still feel bad we didn't get to talk about your story, but we will next time.
I think you kind of drag it too much with the soccer. So we're not going to talk about my story. You just scared talking about Rooney, wait, let me remember any other Mac.
Wait, we did talk about your story. You spoke about how you played football in Greece. There, it's done. Played football,
Ethan,
was rubbish
what
at
did I
football,
say?
and then
Every
took
time
up,
it's my
took up boxing. You took up boxing because you got in fights in football.
Hey, we have David's gift tomorrow.
We have a guest.
We have a guest tomorrow. David's
Nice.
gift.
right.
Robbie,
Thanks, mate.
thank you so much for joining another TK podcast. Thank you, everybody. See you soon.
Thank you, Ethan. Love the
Thank
new
you, Ethan.
love the new equipment with the label still on. We're paying you too well.